the crack? What's the bleeding story? We're fucking winning the league, you dopey bastards. Fucking hell, I'll tell you what. We're bleeding flying. Now relax the cacks. Relax the fucking cacks. Me mates are all fucking texting me. Arsenal are fucking flying, Del boy. You have to be happy now. Arteta is bouncing. Bouncing all over the gaff. Yeah, look, come here. He is, in fairness, I have to give it. Every one of the players today fucking outstanding, but I'm like, look, it's Bournemouth. Let's be honest about it. Are they going to be near the bottom of the league come the end of May? I think they'll be fairly close, but still, I have to fucking give it. You can only play the teams that are in front of you. Arsenal have been doing brilliant. I'll have to say, like they've been doing brilliant in the last few games. I think Palace seems to be the standout game that, no one would have expected us to win, especially away at home. They won today against Villa. Villa will be a mid-table team, and they won 3-1 or whatever it was. But look, I have to give credit where it's due. Now, by the way, if you check my video, check it fucking out. All right, Del Boy says 3-1. All right, I said Odegaard will score, and I said Saliba will score. I said Jesus fourth scorer. Wasn't too far away, yeah. But no, I can't fault many players, being honest with you. From Ramsdale, I know he didn't have that much to bleed and do, but he played great. Odegaard was brilliant. I have to give it to Saliba, to be honest with you, 100%. Definitely. I just think, who else? I'll show you here. I reckon that Saliba would have been my man of the match, definitely. Odegaard, I'd have to say as well, was there or thereabouts for man of the match as well. I know I was slating him. Being honest with you, the last few weeks I've been slating him as well. Sort of saying that he given the captain's armband, is the armband too heavy for him? Today, brilliant, and I love the goal he scored. I have to say, I love the goal he scored. Jesus was coming onto it. He says, "No, fuck you, I'm taking it." Bang, great goal. Saliba's goal, fucking absolute class. I says, when he scored a goal, Zach was just out. My young fella was out with his mates, and my young fella played centre half. I screamed, I ran out, and I says, "Get in here and look at this goal." You know what I mean? A proper centre half's goal, edge of the box, fucking hit it, get the fuck in, bleeding brilliant. I don't want to be being negative or anything like that, because we were good, we were brilliant. You can only beat the teams that are in front of you. So I have to give it to the team. I haven't seen the last two fucking episodes of that All or Nothing. It's a bit. Do you ever when you were a young fella or whatever, you're in a nightclub and you pull a girl or something like that, and next thing you're just there, yeah, happy days, and then the nightclub ends and you've nowhere to go. That's the feeling it was getting for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what else to sort of say with them. They were just fucking really good. The thing I have to say is, let's see what happens when the big boys come in. When we're playing the likes of United, we should be slaughtering them. Last season, we should have absolutely fucking slaughtered them, and we didn't. This season, I'm expecting us to fucking absolutely annihilate Man United, because they're in a bad place. I don't give a fuck who they're after signing. They have to click together. Our team now has the pre-season, has everything like that, and then gelling together, getting to know each other and stuff like that. And it's working, it's our first 11. Fucking brilliant. I have to say, first 11, maybe 12 players if you count Tierney in and that, and maybe one, maybe two more, but not really, we're fucking brilliant. But it's when we get the injuries. This is what I want to see. What's going to happen then? Are we going to be able to fucking, go to fucking Man City or Liverpool or Chelsea or Spurs or whatever with, let's say, not our first 11? Are we going to be able to get results there? I'd love for us this season to actually go to the fucking White Hart Lane or fucking whatever the fuck you call it, and beat them. Go to Chelsea, beat them. Maybe fucking, maybe go to Liverpool or fucking Man City. Put in a good performance. I can't see us challenging for the league, and some people are fucking, yeah, we can win the league. Fucking chill out. We're not that good yet. You know what I mean? Maybe next season, if we get another few, let's say, backup players coming on, because we seen it today. We've done 5 substitutions, which was the right thing to do, and I have to give credit to Arteta for that. It was the right thing to do. You have to get these players, get them on, get them used to fucking playing, because at some stage of the season, we will need them. 110%, we will not need every fucking every fucking player that's there on the bench. We're going to need them. You know, I just hope that we sign 1 or 2 more fucking players, and it'll just get us close, because I watched the second half of the Wolves game, and I have to say that jammy fucking bastard, fucking Barry Payne, I'm calling him. Barry Payne, your man Collins that was marking him today, done brilliant. An Irish player, and I've been watching him, I've seen him playing live and all that. He's a very good player, young fella. And the corner kick, he should have been on goal side of him, and he just stepped out because the ball he thought was going that way, hit the deflection, and it goes on to Barry Payne, and Barry does what he does best with his big fucking mallet. But look, come here. I'm just going to read a few of your comments here while I have you. Darren's in the gas. Good man, Darren. What's the story, pal? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Did it? Yeah. Fucking come here. It's actually a good song. Did it? Saliba. I fucking love it. I'll be fucking singing that big time. Big up Del mate. Saliba has the minerals. Yeah, he does. He fucking does. And I'm fucking bouncing for him, because I know I love him. I fucking really do love him. I didn't follow him in the fucking French league. I'm not going to fucking talk shite to you, because I fucking don't do that. But he's a fucking baller. And you can see it straight away from the Palace game. The presence he has on the pitch, he's fucking big. He can move, he can play the ball, he can play it at his feet and just get it out and back into position. That's all you want from a centre half. I don't want to hear what him and his fucking girlfriend fucking ate in Nando's. I don't want to hear that. I don't give a bollocks. You know what I mean? I want to see him fucking defending. I want to see what he's doing on the pitch. That's what it's all about. And he's a fucking top young fella. And I'm telling you, we need to sign a fucking contract with him ASAP, because that fella is going to be fucking big, and I guarantee you that. Great intro with Limo. Had to get Liam Brady. You know what I mean? Liam Brady for me is a fucking Irish legend, and he's not only an Irish legend, he's a fucking Arsenal legend. And if you don't know about Liam Brady, Darren, I'm sure you'll fucking tell them who Liam Brady is. He's a fucking legend. Static, my man, what's the crack? I hope you're doing well, pal. How are you keeping? Are you well? 4 likes. Jesus Christ, will you fucking smash the bollocks out of that fucking like button, for fuck's sake. Saliba, wow, an outstanding goal. Yeah, Static, 100%. The ball just came to him. Get the fuck in. And as a centre half, that's what you need to do. You just say, fuck it. And this is what I train the young fellas team, as I'm sure if somebody will know, under 11s, and I'm saying edge of the box, just fucking hit it. You know what I mean? And we scored a goal last week, and I got them to, rather than cross the ball in, hit it out to the edge of the box. And I was telling the young fella, he's a left winger, just hit it. When it comes to it, hit it. If it goes in, it goes in. If it goes wide, fuck it. Let's organise again. And that's exactly what you want from your centre half. Fucking 110%. Credit where it's due. We have looked after. We've looked after business. Yeah, Darren, we have. Yeah, I have to say, we like the stick I was giving them, and I'll only speak for myself. The stick I was giving Arteta, and they do. I'm eating my words at the minute. Fucking, you know what I mean. I have to give it to them. They're doing well so far. Let's see how we get on with when the big boys come knocking. Sean Fitzer, what's the bleeding story, pal? You keeping all right? Arteta out. Liverpool supporter, by the way. No, we'll keep him for a bit, but we'll monitor the situation. That's what we'll do. We'll monitor it and see what the fucking story is. You know what I mean? We'll see if he's bouncing come fucking, towards let's say before November or whatever. I think I what did I say? I think it was about November time or something like that. I says that he get the LP 45, but not looking so at the minute. The fans, they're happy. They're singing the song. I'll never sing that song because I just think it's a shit song, to be honest with you. But no, I don't think I'll be singing it. If I am, I'll probably be fucking balls deep in a bit of that, And big up to Connor. Cheers, buddy. He sorted out the old intro. Banging. I love it. I love it. And I hope you like it. Please drop in the comments what you think of the intro. If you didn't see it, check it out after the video, after the stream ends. But we're asking people to come on. I'm going to drop the link into the description just in a few minutes. Win, lose, or draw Arteta out. So there you are. Static, you're Arteta out. Why Arteta out? He's fucking bouncing. 3 games. Hasn't been done since 2004 or 5 or something like that. Static out. Static out. I'm only messing, man. No, look, come here. I'm still leaning Arteta out at the minute because I'm sort of thinking, what if Conte, Simeone, fucking Klopp, Pep, if they had this team, what would they do? But he's had 4 or 5 transfer windows. We're only here now. A lot of money spent. A fucking lot of money spent. So look, we're in the situation we're in now. We should be winning. We should be, I don't care about top 4. I really couldn't give a bollocks about top 4. Challenge for the league. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. You know what I mean? Then I'll be buying more merch. More of the merch. Get in. Get the fucking dollars out. Tell boys spending the euros over to the Emirates. Get in. Can I say a massive thank you to the NHS and the surgeon who operated my arm? Unbelievable job they do. Craig, I remember you saying that. I hope you're doing well, pal. And fuck me, fair play to them, because these are the unsung heroes. Not everyone can fucking go on a pitch or can be on telly and fucking big up themselves and shit like that. Doctors, nurses, and carers and all this stuff, staff that work in hospitals, not only in the UK and Ireland, around the world. I have to fucking big up them people, because without them, we're fucked. Let's be honest about it. You know what I mean? But I hope you're doing well, Craig. Please get better, mate. Alan, big up Dell and everyone. Exactly, Alan. How are you doing, mate? I hope you're doing well. Are you Arteta in, Arteta out? What's the story? Are we running amok? What's the fucking story? I'm dying to hear what you have to fucking say. Darren, my only concern is, will Odegaard turn up against Liverpool and City, etc.? That's exactly what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Is it going to be like, it's easy playing against the Bournemouth, and I'm not putting a fucking downer on this. Now, don't be bleeding giving out to me or anything like that. I'm not putting a downer on this at all, but we need our leaders, okay? And our leaders are Jesus, which is, it's going well so far. We're on honeymoon. We're in the hotel. We're on Barbados. We're on the beach at the minute, chilling out, having a few mojitos, Cuban cigars. We're on Lilos and all in the fucking sea. We're chilling. It's honeymoon mode. You know what I mean? What happens when we go back and we're fucking pissing the rain in fucking, I don't know, fucking Newcastle or whatever the fuck it is up north of England or whatever, and it's pissing rain, it's freezing cold. Is Jesus bouncing then? Let's fucking see. And the same with Odegaard. Odegaard, he played brilliant today. I have to give it to him. Between him and Saliba, fucking outstanding. I have to give it to them. But, will they be there or thereabouts? Sorry, I'm just going to drop the link in here. Will they be there or thereabouts when it comes to the the important games, as Darren says there? This is what we need. This is when we need our captains. You know what I mean? This is the fucking hard thing about it. I'm just dropped the link in there for everyone. Anyone who wants to jump in, have your say. I'm fucking sick of bleeding talking. I want to drink a bit of Guinness here, but Darren saying again, I saw Xhaka making mistakes today, which I'm afraid will cost us against the bigger teams. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the bigger teams will punish that 110%. When I was watching the Spurs game today, their midfield is fucking good. That Højbjerg fella, he's a good player, and Bissouma only came on. You know what I mean? And he's fit. As far as I know, you might tell me different, but I wouldn't mind Bissouma on my fucking team any day of the week. Jesus is not waltzing through the defence away at big clubs. He will get boiled, but at least we have a dangerous player up front. Do you know what I have to say about that? That, yeah, I do agree with you. Like, if you have a player that's bouncing and fucking on top form or whatever, but in the head of a defender, like let's say Man City or whatever, John Stones or whoever the fuck is in defence for them, they'll be aware of Jesus saying he's on form, he's scoring goals. I have to be on my best today. If I'm anyway off my best, he's going to punish me. it gets in the player's head. So I don't mind players scoring against the lesser teams and stuff like that. And I used to get stick a lot about Aubameyang or Sanchez. Sanchez, fucking Alexis Sanchez. Yeah, Alexis Sanchez. That he never scored against the big teams or whatever like that. But it turned them off their game. If you know what I mean, they were always there. Oh, we have to watch. We have to watch Sanchez because if we don't watch him, he's going to fucking score a goal. You know what I mean? So it sort of works in a roundabout. If you know what I mean, it's always like fucking. We have to keep an eye on him. If we don't, we're bollocksed. I'm that the owners will see this and not buy anyone else. Oh Jesus, don't say that. Like, do not say that because yeah, as Darren says, Tielemans a must for me. Yeah, we have to get him in because it'll only strengthen us and it'll fucking push us on. Because I think that Spurs are after taking that level from fourth position. They're going to be battling for third now at the minute. You know, probably next season another one or two signings. They'll be pushing for second and maybe challenge for the title. We don't want that. You know what I mean? But this is what you have to do. You have to add in. And Arsenal done this for years, and Wenger done it for fucking years. There was always one or two players short, and he wouldn't fucking sign them. And you're just like, for fuck's sake, sign the fucking bastards, will you? Amazon has finished now for me, and just the serious business starts after we get two more wins against Villa and Fulham. Yeah, I'm not going to judge anyone till probably about 9-10 games myself. I'll have a look at the league then and then decide what the story is. Brady was the king of Highbury. Brady Bourne is the king. Yeah, great fucking thing. Here's another bleeding king of fucking Eden. What's the fucking story with you, man? Are you all right?
You know what? I'm sound. And you know, I love seeing this, man. 3 wins on the trot, top of the league. You know, I'm loving it right now. Hopefully, we stay in this sort of type of form. But another brilliant win. You can't fault it. You got to give big ups to Arteta, the squad, everyone. It was a brilliant win, and I'm buzzing. For now at least. But no, it was a brilliant win. And I got to say one thing. Gabriel Jesus, what a signing that was. I think a lot of people were obviously talking about the fee because obviously he was on 1 year, and we were like, oh, is this a bit too much? I couldn't give a shit now. He is solid, and I really hope he's like this for the rest of the season because by God, that first goal when Odegaard smashed it in, but the dribbling past those like 3 Bournemouth defenders, that was crazy, and I love him. He's brilliant, but yeah, I'm loving it right now.
Well, do you know what I have to say to you, mate? Who was your man of the match?
Oh, it's really difficult because there was a lot of great players on the pitch. Obviously, Odegaard with the 2 goals. I don't know whether to give it to Odegaard or because it was a great second goal. It was a tap-in, but then the second goal was great with Jesus because Jesus was just brilliant as well. So I know he got an offside goal. I have to give it to Jesus. I'm sorry, but he just stunned me out of this game so much. Odegaard, obviously 2 goals, brilliant stuff, but it has to be Jesus, doesn't it? He was brilliant. But everyone was good. Yeah. It's difficult. Everyone was great. Even Ramsdale made a good few solid saves. So maybe it was him as well. But no, for me, I think if I had to go for it, Jesus. But it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Jesus. Yeah, no, I have to give it. I'll tell you, what's the story, Kyle? I'd say your man of the match is Arteta. Go on, you boy, you sell out, you.
That why. We're back.
Fuck me. Hold on here. I have to break out the champagne. Kyle Walsh is fucking smiling.
We're celebrating. Yeah. I'm only waiting 20 years for this. We are back, my friend. I am celebrating. Not only are we going to win the league, we're going to win it by 20 points. No, that's why. I'll be honest. Arteta is really starting to prove me wrong. Now, let's not get all carried away and excited. The first 3 games so far, that boy has been exceptional. I don't care what anyone says. We're playing frightening football. We're playing, and Saliba he's phenomenal. He's a brilliant player. Jesus was exceptional. And he's the sort of player that we've been looking for years. Shevchenko on the left. Fuck off, Tierney. Shevchenko stays. End of story. Party in midfield. Exceptional. Xhaka is after moving into more of an advanced area, and Xhaka is even playing well. No, he's still a liability. Don't get me wrong. I still want to see a better quality player than Xhaka in the team. But he's done very well so far since the season began. All over the pitch, that boy. We're playing frightening football. I am so happy to see the football we're playing. Like I say, I haven't seen them playing like this, that boy, in fucking years, man. More the better. Now listen, when we come up against top quality teams, Spurs, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, I want to see performances like today.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Like Kyle, I know exactly what you're saying. Like, you know, it's refreshing. You know what I mean? I think even you, Connor, I think we were all sort of at the end of the season, we were all moaning and fucking our bollocks next season. Yeah. Kyle, I remember talking to you saying, yeah, look, I think October, November, Arteta's gone. Do you give credit to Edu, or who are you giving credit to? In the back room, sort of end of things.
I'll tell you that, boy. I was like ourselves, Arteta outs, all the rest, we do outs, all of us. I was all about them all, even the players. But that, I think that, boy, that's because we've seen we're on a roundabout for many, many years, man. And it wasn't getting any better. It was the same shit year in, year out. And I think we were all depressed. We were all fed up seeing the same thing day in, day out. I will give credit to Arteta. And the reason why I'm giving credit to Arteta is because I actually think that listen, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I think he knows what he's doing, that boy. And I think that was going to take him a few years to get us. Yeah. And I think he knew that it was going to take a few years to get us at a certain level. In fairness to Arteta, he started getting rid of a lot of dead wood, that boy. He got rid of a lot of dead wood. And there's still dead wood to go. And I think this week a couple of other players will be gone. I think Pepe is definitely gone. Bellerin is definitely gone. And I think they'll get in another signing. Now, like I say, it's looking positive at the moment. It's looking good. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. And I will give credit when I see it. But I'll also give it out when they're not doing it. Both, the jury is still out. There's a lot of work still to do. Let's not get fucking carried away here. Let's see what happens throughout the season. It's okay that we're doing it in August, in the summertime. And the weather is all perfect, and the fields, the pitches are in great condition, and all the rest of it. And we've only played Crystal Palace, Leicester, and Bournemouth, don't forget. They're games that we should be winning. Let's see what happens when the big games come. That's what I'm saying. Then we can judge us.
100%.
At the moment, it's going good. You have to give credit where it's due, that boy. No point coming on here saying fuck this and fuck that. He's done very well at the moment.
Like I just wanted to, like, Kyle, it's unusual to see your teeth, because the smile and the glare. Can you see the light getting bigger? The smile,
It's very rare to see Kyle smiling.
Lower that down, will you? You're using too much Colgate there in the old toothbrush.
I had to go and buy myself a big tube of Colgate and the toothbrush there today. I said, I would get smiling later on. Like,
yeah. I just want to read out a few comments here just as they're fucking flying in, and then I'm going to come to you, Connor. Big up, Del Boy. We fucked up the Brentford. Yeah, we fucked up today, but congratulations to Arsenal on a great goal by Saliba. But wish they could shut them Arsenal fans up singing that fucking annoying song. I'm not going to complain, because I love Saliba. I fucking love him. Del Boy, I'm good, man. I hope you are well too, and enjoy your holidays. I did indeed say thank you, buddy. Darren, we should have been at this stage 2 seasons ago, in fairness. Yes, this is what I'm saying, and I agree 110% with that. You know, but look, we're fucking, here we are, like, you know. 100% Del Boy, the league title is the target, not top four. Exactly. Like, fuck the top four. Well, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Piss off. You know what I mean? Don't have a problem with merch anymore. We are spending a fortune on the pitch. We are, in fairness, yeah. And I'll probably have to spend a bit of money on the merch because my two boys are dying for this Arsenal shirt, the black and gold one, But what can you do? Del Boy, you answered my question. Arteta needs to win the league now, or at least challenge for the league title after spending nearly 400 million. Yeah, he does indeed, 100%. Only freaking Bournemouth who are shit do it against the big teams. And if Jesus gets injured, Eddie Murphy's, Jesus Christ. This is what we're left with. See, this is the thing, what I was saying earlier on. And I'm going to come to you this in a minute, Connor, about Eddie. Just going to read out one or two more of these. I want to catch up with the guys. Thanks, Ike. Del Boy, I wanted Perisic several years ago. He did well too and assisted Kane. That's right. Alan, if we sack him now, it wouldn't make sense. We're on a good run. Let's keep it up. But if he starts fucking it up like he did at the end of last season, in the words of the great Claude, it's time to go. Exactly. Del Boy, I've had a splint fitted in my arm. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't hack that. I can't hack blood and all that. I hope you're all right, Craig, mate. Saliba and Jesus look at different class levels, but it's still very, very early. Exactly. Alan's man of the match is Saliba. I'm the same. Static is saying hello, Connor. Kyle, big up to you, Kyle. Jesus gets us moving in. All three stands out. Man of the match, all three. Kyle, where have you been? Welcome. You're back. He's back. Fucking, he must have been off to Turkey getting turkey teeth. The fucking smile on his fucking face. Arteta says the Arsenal players were all singing the Saliba song in the dressing room after the game. There you go. It's good to hear that the Arsenal players are fucking getting along and all that stuff. Why make the lads subs again, though? Should have done a 3-0 up. Yeah, exactly. Party was class. Del Boy Kyle, I told you guys Saliba was good. You did indeed. White and Shaka are still fuck-ups. Yeah, I'll say nothing. Facts, Kyle, that's what we want as Arsenal fans. Put in a performance like this and actually look like a team that is determined and want to win. Hopefully this win continues. Exactly. You still need a backup striker. Exactly. And we're coming to Niall. Ryan, how are you doing, pal? I hope you're well. Kyle, resist fan out of there. Ryan, Arsenal win 3 out of 3 games is a great result. Exactly. There's my man. What's the story? How are you? Come on, the bro. How are you? And here, anyone's welcome on. You can come on. You hide your face if you want. Come on, have a chat. We're all good. We're all smiles. Even Kyle Walsh is fucking smiling. I can see a smile here. I thought it was the sunshine after fucking hitting Dublin again. It's 8 o'clock at night. It's only Kyle Walsh's fucking shiny teeth. But anyway, here. Connor, what's the crack? Eddie and Ketia. Jesus gets injured. How many is he bagging?
Now, this is the whole thing. Obviously, I don't want to bring any negativity because it's a brilliant day, brilliant win for us, brilliant football. In fact, it was really enjoyable to watch. I think in recent times it has been quite difficult to watch Arsenal, but recently I've been loving the football, especially even in pre-season when we're smashing teams like Sevilla and Chelsea. It's crazy. But the one thing I do want to point out is the depth side of things. Obviously, we spent a lot of good money on a lot of good starting 11 players, but in terms of depth, and if we look right now as it stands in midfield and especially attack, I think defence we're all right, maybe in terms of fullbacks, but the attack, and if Jesus, touch wood, I don't think he will. He doesn't really have a track record when it comes to injury, but if he did get injured, I think we could be in a bit of trouble with Nketiah. I think Jesus definitely offers more in terms of technical ability than Nketiah for sure. But I think if we were in the situation where Jesus did get injured, I think we would be in a bit of trouble. And no hate to Eddie Nketiah. He's a nice guy. And I was watching the Amazon documentary and you can see he wants to fight for the team. He wants to score goals. But I think for Arsenal, he just isn't that. And then we look at midfield. If Thomas Partey gets injured, we've only got Sambi Lokonga or Nenny. Well, Maitland-Niles is still here, but he's looking to go. So that could be an outgoing that's coming out soon. You know, so we've got to look at the depth, man, because we are a few injuries away, if it does happen, which it probably will. It happens every football season, to being back to where we were last season, you know, and that's the annoying thing. So will we make a few more signings? I really hope we make a midfielder signing because it's got to happen, man, especially if we get an injury. Like, it's got to happen. I think Jesus and Nketiah are our two strikers for this season. I doubt that's going to change. We may get a winger if Pepe goes, which looks like it's going to happen. But, yeah, so back to your question. Do I think Eddie Nketiah will score a good few goals? I think he could score some goals, but would he be the same level as Jesus? I think not. Definitely not. I think that's a question that is pretty easy to answer, in my opinion.
Kyle, I'm going to come to you with this question. Look, fingers crossed he doesn't get injured or suspended or whatever, like, you know. But if Jesus is out injured, suspension or whatever, who would you play up front? Would it be Eddie, or like, do we need to sign someone else, or would you play Martinelli up front?
That boy, I've said it from the beginning that we need a new striker. We definitely need another striker along with Jesus. If we don't go into the markets and buy a new striker, you'd have no other option but play Martinelli up forward. And I think Martinelli would do a good job up forward. He's very fast, he's very strong, very skillful, good on the ball, and eye for goal. So I think he would do a bit of damage up forward. He'd be better than Eddie Nketiah. I'd be better than Eddie Nketiah. He's not the answer, that boy. So I do worry. That is a concern of mine, that if something do happen to Jesus, that we could be stuck. Like, our first 11 there today, and over the last 3 games, very good. Apart from Shaq is playing well, that boy, but he's a liability. So I would definitely straighten up. We definitely need another midfield player. And we definitely need another striker. And we definitely need another winger. Because I think Pepe is gone. And if something happens to Saka, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
definitely. Eddie Nketiah is not the answer. So we will be in trouble if something happens to Jesus. But I do have faith in Martinelli to do a good job up there, dead boy.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it, I don't think he's going to pick Eddie over him. You know what I mean? 100%.
Of course he is. He believes in Eddie Nketiah. He's about the only one to do believe in him, because I certainly don't believe in him.
Yeah.
Connor, what do you think? Like, is there a chance of Martinelli starting up front if Jesus gets injured, or is it just fucking Eddie all the way?
I remember this whole story about how Arteta was training Martinelli to be a centre forward. Do you remember all that?
Yeah.
I think, I completely agree with Kyle. Arteta's got this thing with Nketiah. And I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, I was actually talking to my mates about it the other day to do with Nketiah. He's 23 now. He's not a youngster anymore. He's he's been in the Premier League long enough. He's played in, I think, some Europe games. He's played in some cup games for us. He's played in the league for us. You know, when Lacazette wasn't doing too well last season, he's had his chance. We can see that if we look at Jesus right now, right, and we see Jesus every game, we think, do you know what? Jesus can get a goal today. Jesus, every game. I'm saying that every game. We'll look at the team. We'll think, Jesus will get a goal today. If you swap out Jesus for Nketiah, do you have that same feeling?
Connor,
I personally don't.
Connor, yeah. I'm listening to you. I just need to grab something here one second, but I can hear you. Go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, so as I was saying, if we had Nketiah in the team, you wouldn't have that same feeling with Jesus, with Nketiah, sorry. You wouldn't say, Nketiah's going to bag a goal today. And Nketiah is 23 now. For a striker, especially who's been in just the Premier League, he hasn't been anywhere else. He's been, apart from a few loan spells, he's been at Arsenal. You know, and he hasn't really done that much. And he's scored some great goals, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't been prolific. And he said this statement about how he was getting judged just after one game, which is fair enough. You can't score 10 goals in a game. Like, it's practically impossible. But he's had a good run, especially end of last season. He's had a lot of games to prove himself. I can be the main striker here. But he hasn't, because you've gone out and bought a striker who's coming in front of his place. And as a backup, even to compete with Jesus, it's not possible with the way Jesus is playing. So if I had my way, I'd have Martinelli up front as a backup striker, but it's not going to happen. Exactly what Kyle said. It's not going to happen. I would love to know what Arteta sees in Nketiah. I'm like a couple of other people, especially with Pepe. I liked Pepe. I thought he definitely can be frustrating at times. There's times where he's got the ball, he's going left, right, and centre, and you want him to pass the ball and he doesn't. That was one thing with Pepe that I think a lot of people had. But Arteta always likes to. I read the transcripts of when he does interviews. He always says he loves to give players chances. You know, everyone that deserves a chance in the team. Pepe hasn't had much of a chance. So why doesn't Nketiah get all the chances all the time? You know what I'm saying? Even Pepe was a striker at Lille. So why can he have a shot at striker? But to reiterate on your point, should Nketiah be the main backup striker? No, it should be Martinelli. You know, if all these stories came out that you were training Martinelli to be a striker, it's proven that Martinelli can get goals. You know, it's proven that he can be a good striker. So why not? We've got the backup wingers for it. Smith Rowe can play at the wing as replacement for him. Fingers crossed we get another one in at the end of the summer window. So why not? If I had my way, I'd sell Nketiah. And that's not a personal thing. I just don't think he's it for Arsenal anymore. If you look at the standards of Jesus, that's not Nketiah. You know? And I think a lot of Arsenal fans can agree with me on that. But that's
I can't disagree with you. I just want to say he is Curva Arteta. I just want to read this out before I introduce the man that's down underneath me. Ryan, I am confident that Man City will beat Newcastle tomorrow 3 or 4-0 to win 3 out of 3 games as well. Yeah, Man City are fucking bouncing at the minute. Big time. Craig, I'm on a lot of painkillers right now. We've really won 3 games in a row. Yeah, you're not dreaming. You're not out of your head or anything like that, mate. Ryan, what's the crack? I hope you're well, pal. Big up the team for winning, but parts of me hates it because it keeps the Gucci poster boy in the job longer, and to the sexuals give him God-like status, like those pricks who sing that Arteta song. It's not allowed on my fucking channel, Ryan. I know exactly what you're saying, mate. SLHD, if Jesus and Partey get injured, we are fucked. I 110%. Everyone would have been better off with than Nketiah. Exactly, yeah. If Saliba gets injured, we are back to white. Also fucked. Exactly. Delboy, thoughts on the Uzbek AJ fight? Who will win? I'm going watching that tonight. I think AJ, third round, knockout. Taib, what's the bleeding story, man? That midfield is still bollocks and needs strengthening big time. Taib, Ryan, you were, I'm not getting overconfident. It could all come crashing down. Exactly. I'm the exact same as you, Taib, 100%. Arsenal's first time since 93, they have kept a clean sheet in their first 2 matches away from home. Jeez, that's disgraceful if you ask me. Peter McGowan, what's the bleeding story, man? Exactly. Don't get carried away, boys. Wait till they play some decent football. Exactly, 100%. It's only fucking common sense, you know what I mean? That's all. Don't worry, Ryan. Arteta will have to go unless he wises up with the likes of Xhaka and Odegaard. Manny, what's the bleeding story?
You know the story. We've won 3-0, 3 in a row. We are, for now, sitting on top of the table, I believe. And, all seems to be rosy, but still, the indomitable law. What goes up will eventually come down. And last season, I do seem to remember that for some time Tottenham were top of the league. We know how far they fell down under Mourinho. So we can't get carried away. These are games we're supposed to win, and I'm glad we've won them. But the real test will be when we come up against Craig. Big up to you too, mate. I see you. The real test will be when we.
Oh,
can you hear us there, Manny?
Yeah, can you hear me? See me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my internet's been giving me a few problems, but I'm just glad that so I missed the almost the entire second half, but I missed that beauty of a goal by Saliba. But I'm glad I was able to come here on time to catch up with you. It's been a long time. You know how much I've missed you.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Same as myself.
I've missed you both as well. I've missed that beautiful smile, that hair ball.
Manny, it's good to see you, brother.
I'll tell you, come here, Manny. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I've forgotten you. How are you?
Yeah, Manny. No. I don't know if you missed it or whatever. But his new channel. He has a new channel coming out. It's called Kyle Turkish Teeth Walsh. Let's hope that we see these beautiful teeth all throughout the season.
I don't think we saw him at all last season. I remember all of his videos. Just didn't see him at all. It's actually nice to see Carl with a smile. I'm loving it.
It's great. It's great. I love it. I love it.
Let's hope that it keeps on continuing on, Connor, because it can turn very nasty very quick.
That is universal. That is universal. And so, yeah, I mean, everything that you've said in the chat, everything you've said since you've come on, it doesn't need repeating. And it was nice to see, I think, I don't know what happened in the second half, but I was on a watch along with Stephen Featley, and before I got shut off completely. I mean, I've had some issues with the electricity and the internet over here. And Darren, I see you too, sir. He's quite active on Instagram as well. I love his videos.
I love Darren.
Absolutely. Darren is brilliant on Instagram.
Yeah. And now, from what I heard, I think we probably started to make the mistake of just starting to let them back in. Now, against a team like Bournemouth, we knew that without Dominic Solanke, they just lacked that little bit of quality. And it showed in the first half. I don't think they had a single attack against us. I don't know if they even touched the ball. Ramsdale didn't have to make a save. So it's fair to say that the game was probably won in that first half, although a few more goals would have been nicer. And it's still worry if we are still letting people back into the game, it's still a bit of a worry because we cannot afford to do that against any of the big teams. But then we score a beautiful goal and everything is rosy again. It's like, I don't know what it is. Maybe these players just like to play with our feelings. They get us down a bit and then everything's hunky-dory. I don't know what it is.
Who's your man of the match?
Ooh, hard to say. Because here's the thing, apart from the 2 goals, I don't know if Odegaard did enough for my liking, so I probably would have to give it to one of the defenders. And, you know, thankfully he scored a goal in the right place this time. For me, I just love the way William Saliba is going from strength to strength, and I really can't look beyond him too far because, I mean, it's another clean sheet, and he's definitely played more of his role. He looks so calm, he looks so composed. The way, I mean, there was a point in the first half where he was able to expertly dispossess one of the Bournemouth players. I don't know who it was. I just think for me, you know, the way he's been progressing, he would definitely be my man of the match because more than the midfielders, even more than Jesus and Martinelli, who I think were perhaps, I mean, scoreless, if not quiet, I think the defence really held firm and, you know, they made sure that Bournemouth never got a look in. So Saliba would be my man of the match. And that goal, the icing on the cherry on the top of the icing.
Kyle, is Ben White the answer at right back?
No. I still want to see better. Tomiyasu, I see, making a bit of an appearance there today, but she's too injury prone. I think Tomiyasu would be a better right back than Ben White. But he's too injury prone. That is a position I would like to straighten. Right back is. And you asked Manny about man the match. And I think there's a player that's playing exceptionally well over the first 3 games, and there's not a mention about him. Thomas Partey has been exceptional over the last 3 games.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
And you know, but he's having a great game because his name is not even mentioned. He's just sitting in the midfield, breaking up play, passing the ball, making easy things. He's making hard things look easy. I think he's playing exceptionally well since the beginning of the season. And as well as that, there's a lot of alleged reports going around about him. It wouldn't be hard, it'd be hard to deal with that off the field, you know, what's been said about him. But he's going out there and he's performing week in, week out so far. I'd like to say something. I'm saying positive things here at the moment, but I'm not a fool. Things could go downhill rapid here at this club. And we all know that because it's after happening for too many years. But I will give credit when I see it. But let's not just get carried away just yet, lads. There's a lot of football to be played, yes. There's a lot of hard work ahead. But at the moment, I'm liking what I'm saying.
No, I'm the same, and it's probably a player that I 100% agree with you with Thomas Partey because look, we don't know what's going to happen there, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about my channel because it's disgusting and stuff like that. But look, I have to talk about the player on the pitch, and I 100% agree with you. He has been just playing simple football. It's nothing like I think like me, everyone else like makes football difficult. It's just easy, especially like a centre midfielder like him. You get the ball, look for it, pass it out. If you don't have the ball, you try to chase back, make the tackle, get rid of it, put it out of play. Everyone just tries to complicate football. And Partey and Saliba, for me, is the exact same. Like, they make football so fucking easy. Against Crystal Palace, you have to think what was going through Saliba's head. It's his first game for Arsenal, his first game in the Premiership, away from home, Palace. Manny, Connor, you might tell me different. It's a hostile crowd to go to. You know what I mean? The ultras in Palace, they get on your back fairly quickly. He just played easy football. He just got the ball, looked up, passed it on, tried to make a tackle. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I have to give credit for him as well with the OG that he scored. He scored an OG. A lot of young players, their head would have dropped, and I'm fucking shit. I'm not ready for Arsenal. I'm like, could have been going in his head, his mentality and stuff like that. I'm not ready. I thought I was. I'm not. He went on, and he was probably after that, probably man of the match for me. He was fucking outstanding. You know what I mean? And the mentality to do that is unbelievable.
I agree. Completely. I mean, I'm not going to say anything differently. I mean, ever since he's come back, I've absolutely loved him. And one thing which I absolutely hate, and Connor, I'm going to get your view on this as well. I want to bring you in. I mean, a lot of these people who have been Arteta in will probably start praising Arteta by saying his decision to get rid of Saliba and send him out on loan has been a masterstroke because he's come back and performed very well. Far from it. You can see from the way he's played and the way he's been able to cover for Ben White at times that we actually needed him last season. Last season, his presence there, instead of having to play either Ben White or Rob Holding or anyone else in that back four, would have made a very big difference. So I am ecstatic, and that's one of the reasons why I made Saliba my man of the match today. Don't get me wrong, Partey is amazing. He is literally the invisible wheel in that team which helps everything run around. So that's true, but I mean, let's give Saliba some credit. We need to give him some more credit because there were a lot of people who were apprehensive about him coming back and wondering how he would do and about all that kerfluffle. I still don't think Arteta really, really likes him. I mean, the way he took away the number 4 jersey and gave it to Ben White was despicable. But Saliba's come and done really well. He deserves all the love and support that we can get, and that is why I'm behind him. And I love Partey too. And Connor, I just want to see what you think on that. About that.
Yeah, I think Saliba's one season too late. I think he should have come back. All this stuff about he's not ready yet. He should have come back last season. I mean, he proved himself in Liga last season anyway, young player of the year. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? I know people use the excuse, but it's the French league. Come on now, best player. You've got players like Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. As older players, but you got Mbappe, all these young talents in there. And he's won the shining light, so it means something. But when he was at Nice the season before, he was killing it there as well, And I think he should have come back that season and started. But obviously, look, here we are now, and he's brilliant. Honestly, he's a shining light in the team. Like Manny said, he's brilliant, and I'm glad to have him. But yeah, no, it's one season too late for me. But listen, I think I agree with Carl's point. Ben White shouldn't be at right back. I think it will come a point where he will face Liverpool, City, and he'll get absolutely smoked by their wingers, in my opinion. Saying that, I don't think Tomiyasu will be that good either. I don't know. It's a real mixed bag with Tomiyasu because obviously he's so injury prone. Like he's just that calf is constantly getting injured with him, and it's getting a bit annoying. But I'd rather have him there than Ben White. Ben White did play right back at Brighton a few times, but it just doesn't feel right. And I think it will take him a very, very long time to work himself back into that starting 11. If he does get right back.
Yeah, even against Leicester, you can see the way that he was being smoked by Justin Down on that wing. I mean, he was being over completely, and that was very unsettling to me personally. And we could have definitely strengthened in that right back position. Kyle, do you know of anyone we could have bought? I'm thinking someone like Spence who went to Tottenham.
I can't understand that, Manny. I can't understand that, man. Like Spence would have been ideal. But yet Spurs goes along and gets him before we do. We did. I don't think we even looked at him. What about that?
I think we got the wrong player from Brighton. We should have got Tarek Lamptey. I think he's still really good.
That's what I'm saying. They should have went and got Lamptey.
Yeah. Quick,
pay 30, 35 million. You have a consistent right back who'll straighten up that defence. Because I'm telling you, you're right, Conor and Manny is right there, boy. Once we come up against any quality player at all, Ben White is going to get ripped apart. Apart. I have no confidence in Ben White at all.
Like, Manny, you said that there, and I have to agree with you. It is coming. We know it's coming. It's coming from Salah, or something's going to happen where Ben White is going to get absolutely fucking roasted. And it'll take about half an hour for Arteta to realise, okay, that's not working. And then what will happen is other managers around the league will see what, we'll just say Liverpool have done to Ben White, and they'll go down that side. It happened as last year on the left-hand side. Excuse me. When we put Xhaka on the left-hand side. You know what I mean? Managers straight away. Like Brighton game, I was there. Get down that left-hand side. Whip the ball in. Arsenal will get fucking fouled. Because Ben White is in centre half. If you're bigger than him, you'll out-muscle him. You'll get the head in the ball and you'll score. And that's exactly what happened at the Brighton game. You know, I have to agree with that 110%. I just want to hit a few comments here because you know what? In my last few streams, I haven't been hitting comments, and that's my fault. And I'm like, you know, to me, it's a bit insulting to people that have put the effort into.
Sorry, I just want to say one thing, just back on Ben White. The one thing that really bothers me about Ben White is the comments he made. He's made a couple comments recently about how, I know it doesn't have much to do with him, well, some of it does, but I think he made a comment about how he doesn't watch football apart from when he's playing for Arsenal, which I find worrying. You know, you've got to be, and I know they probably do, you see this in, like, I keep referring to the Amazon documentary. Obviously, they have the meetings where they focus on, like, who they're coming up against, what's their weaknesses, strengths, all that. But normally players, one-to-one, are watching the telly, looking at the players, and they're thinking, fuck, okay, we're going to have to watch him. I'm going to have to watch him next game. He's doing this, and he doesn't do that. Don't you find that really worrying to hear from your own player? And then he says how his family hates football, which doesn't really have anything to do with it. So that's why I didn't really focus on that. That's got nothing to do with it. But the fact that he said he doesn't actually watch football bar playing is quite worrying. Even for a defender, one of the, almost every position in football's big. But defense, the last line until a goal goes in pretty much, it's quite worrying that you're not watching your rivals and not taking any notes, analysing them, thinking, okay, what can I do to stop him from getting past me? Because you see it, and like you're referring to for the Liverpool game last season, I remember when it was in the Cup when we played Liverpool. He did do all right in the first leg when we went 10 men down, it was 0-0. But then that second leg, they knew what to do with him. There's always a way around Ben White, you know, and I think I've been talking to a lot of people, and a lot of people rate him. I don't understand what people see in Ben White. And maybe I'm not clear enough, I'm not too sure, but I just don't understand what people are seeing. I just don't see it, honestly. And I think we got the wrong player from Brighton. It should have been Lamptey, but that's just my opinion.
No, that's a great point, like Conor. I have to say, like I agree with you anyway. Like, you know, I just want to hit with these comments here. For Saliba to have the confidence to have that shot and execute that is out of this world. Exactly, and he's only a young fella as well to do that. You know what I mean? I have to give it to him. Where has Arteta been for 3 years? Ravi, what's the story, man? How are you? He is not the answer, but he is playing well. Gabriel and Zinchenko were also great. Yeah, Zinchenko actually. I'm going to come to you, Kyle, with that. What do you think of him? But Ben White looked good against them today. He didn't look as good last Saturday for the first goal. Yeah. For me, Arsenal still haven't addressed the situation, what is required in our team, midfield. Yeah. I wonder if a lot of the real Arsenal fans have gone back to Arteta in now. Wouldn't surprise me. Us proper fans need to stick together. Do you know what? Man. I'll tell you, yeah, exactly, Ryan, and I have to give it to you. Del Boy here will be going to an Arsenal match with the fella down there, down that direction just there. And there'll be a conversation that I'll be having with a certain YouTube channel and a certain guy that was in the Oxford University. But Del Boy will be having a word on him, yeah. And I don't give a bollocks what him and all his fucking fans or whatever the fuck you want to call them. But yeah, we'll be calling them out. Ryan, who is a proper fan? Jesus.
Got a bit of a
Who's a
debate
proper
going on.
fan? Yeah. Darren, we've seen it all before. At the moment, this is a false dawn. Ravi, or what makes a proper fan? Party and Tillemans would deal with big sides. Yeah, I agree with that. The two of them together would be unbelievable. AJ will come out like Rocky did against Mr. T in their first. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's great. Ravi, I mean the fans who want to see the club back competing for titles and trophies regular, not accepting mediocrity and going along with what they are told and being deluded along these lines. Exactly. Static, good man. Subscribe, you bastards. As they say in Father Ted. In England, that might be a disrespectful thing, but Kyle knows, you bollocks, you bastards. They're all just, you're a fucking idiot. That's all that means. I'd love to think that Arteta and a plan to sell Xhaka in the window and bring in Tillemans, but knowing it's not happening. Xhaka's going nowhere. He's the foundations of fucking Arteta's bleeding house here. Do you know what he's like? For Xhaka to me is like Connor's bed. It's fucking perfect for Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's like Connor's hairline. It's fucking perfect. Happy days, Connor. Connor done his house chores before he came on Del Boy Gunner TV, or his mom was smacking around the place.
Listen, I can stay in the room if I come on. I've moved out the corner. In the corner right now is just a ton of shit, and I'm just completely.
Here, I was the exact same, mate. It was the exact same. Saliba should have been in from the minute we signed him. Yeah, I agree with you. He is an Emery signing. See, that's probably why he wasn't in. He has been competing compared to Fernandinho, who at West Ham was blooded on the Premier League at a young age. Didn't do him any harm. This is not really a load of bollocks. Tierney should be our left back. Oh, Arsenal fans review. I'm going to hit you, Manny, with that. Tierney, what's the story?
Well, it's an interesting conundrum here, Del, because here's the thing. We've been hearing a lot about how Zinchenko has slotted in and provided some wonderful attacking impetus. But when it comes to tidying things up, people say that Tierney is much the better defender. Now, for me personally, I love the way that Zinchenko has slotted in very seamlessly. He certainly lent some impetus to midfield as well, coming back all the way from left back, coming in. And he's provided that ballast that we need in order to help us continue to keep our pressing game. And whenever he's gotten tired, you bring on Tierney to tidy things up, and it's worked quite well. There have been some issues, though. Maybe if we want to strengthen the midfield, we could perhaps bring Zinchenko into the midfield and keep Tierney at left back. The biggest issue with Tierney is he still isn't quite fit, and we just don't know when he's next going to get injured. Now, I love the Scotsman. I think he's been wonderful since coming to Arsenal. He's one of the last links to our FA Cup winning team, and you just see the boy. It puts a smile on your face, and the way he plays his football, be it for Arsenal or for Scotland, you can't help but fall in love with him. But the fact is, like many other wonderful talents who have come to Arsenal, he's been injured far too often for my liking. Now, the reason why I'm not too bothered about this is because it isn't really down the left that our defensive worries have been a worry. It's really been down the right. And Zinchenko has done, for his part, he's done more than enough to make sure that he stayed solid. Although I think Darren might agree with me in the chat, if we play back the Maddison goal, there was one slightly wayward pass that Zinchenko did make, which had the defence probably in 6s and 7s. Maybe Xhaka didn't quite respond quite well, I'm not too sure. And that led Maddison to come in and slot that past Ramsdale's legs. But I like Zinchenko. I think he should stay if he can continue to keep up that same energy and impetus. That'd be wonderful. And then Tierney can come on and get some minutes and then play his way back into fitness. I think if it's not broken, don't fix it, I say. But it's wonderful to see that Tierney is coming back to fitness. If he can get some minutes and keep fit and sort of work his way back in, he can certainly be an option. I don't see why not. But for now, as I've said, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll come into you, Central Man. What's the bleeding story? How are you doing?
Good man. I'm awesome.
Happy? What were you happy about today? And actually, who's your man of the match? I'll hit you with that first.
Right, this is good. Yeah, this is this is gonna be a random one. Pizzas.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Yeah, sorry. Who did you say?
Jesus.
Yeah. Why did you think?
Yeah, it's just a random one. Just a random one. Yeah,
Do you
but
think?
I don't know. Bournemouth.
Is Arteta doing it for you?
I'm not on the bandwagon, but he's doing all right. But I think the bubble's gonna burst somewhat, like in September time, until we face Man United. I think it's at Old Trafford, and then we've got games in
Yeah.
October against Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea and Spurs. Those are like we're not going to be in the title race, man. I don't think we'll get top four. We'll probably miss out again. It'll be Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, and Man City.
Yeah. Like, is there a signing that you want Arsenal to sign before the next week or so, whenever the window closes?
Tielemans.
Will he push us up a level?
Maybe. Yeah, I think we need a replacement of Guendouzi. Haven't replaced Guendouzi so far this summer. That was a mistake to get rid of Guendouzi because he is young. He's got he's only about 20 something years old. He's trying to bust his ass to be in the starting 11, and Arteta just like kicked him out, put him on loan to Marseille. That's a bit criminal.
Mm. What?
Like with him, he busted his ass for the last 3 seasons. He scored that goal against Chelsea in the cup final. He's like proven he can like do well with Arsenal.
We were just talking earlier on about Eddie and Nketiah. If Jesus gets injured, who would you pick? Eddie up front or Martinelli?
I pick both in front. I pick like two up front. I think like Jesus fries better like with a partnership with like him and probably Martinelli. That would be a good like deadly partnership. Like play like a 4-4-2. You can like with Jesus, Martinelli up front, Pepe and Saka on the wings, and then you can throw Xhaka and Partey if you want.
Yeah, like I can't disagree with that, but like I'm just thinking it's Eddie all the way. Arteta's just going to play if Jesus gets injured, suspended, or whatever is going to happen. It's Eddie all the way for him. You know what I mean? And as Connor said earlier on, he was training Martinelli into this position. Like, why not just fucking go at it? Jays, how are you doing, pal?
Yeah, good, mate. It's good to be back on. Haven't seen you in a while. Kyle, Connor.
It's been it's been a while. I think the last time you were on my channel, you didn't see Kyle Walsh's teeth. He went over to Turkey and got a new shine, buffed them up. Look at the smile on his face today.
Top man, guys. Good to see
who was your man of the match?
Sorry?
Who was your man of the match?
Odegaard.
Yeah. Not Saliba.
Close. Very close. I could have given it to 3. I could have given it to basically Odegaard, Saliba, and I thought Zinchenko was awesome. I think we've got some decent signings there, guys. Zinchenko, Jesus, Saliba, quality. And we've already seen the impact they're making in this team, without a shadow of a doubt. And does this mean that I'm Arteta in? No. I said this last night with Gracie May on a show we did. I just did a fan cam with Lee, and we had this discussion. No. We've played 3 teams that Arsenal should beat all the time. No disrespect to them. We are next up against Fulham at home, Villa at home, Man United, and then we hit the big boys. Let's just see what we do against the big boys. I'm not gassing this up. It's great. We're top of the league. Won our first 3 games since 2004, 2005. Awesome. Brilliant. And we look a decent side. But I'm not getting carried away in the wave like all certain people will be on a certain channel, bigging it up, giving it all the big one. No. I'm taking it as it is. I'm happy. I'm positive. But do I honestly believe we'll win the league? No.
To be honest with you, I don't know why people are even fucking saying that. Exactly what you're saying there, Jez, is what I'm saying, and I've said in a few videos and shit like that as well. Like, look, come here, Palace away, okay. Like, you know, we now know that Palace are going to be up in mid-table team, okay? Good result today for them. They had a great result against Liverpool. And, like, you know, at home, we beat them. That's a great result for Arsenal. I have to give it to Arsenal, and I have to give it to Arteta. That's great. You know, the Bournemouth game today, straightforward enough. I don't think they're going to upset too many teams, even at home. You know, it was a win all day, you know, for Arsenal. And the Fulham games, the other game as well, like, you know, pretty straightforward. You know, the Manchester United game, for me, we should be beating them. We should be slaughtering them, in fact, because United are fucking shit. And I'm sorry about it, they're fucking shit. But like we seen last year, Everton were fucking useless. And they hadn't won a game in I don't know how many, and they beat us. Man United were fucking useless. And Michael Carrick, or whatever the fuck you call him, he pulled one off against Arteta and beats us. You know what I mean? We should have beaten them. You know, so that Man United game, some of these Arsenal fans might think, we'll slaughter them. For me, no, I'm sorry. Not likely. It'll be a tough game. If Ronaldo's around, he likes to score against us as well, the bastard. You know, but yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. Sorry, Manny, go ahead.
No. I wasn't saying anything. I mean, my mic was on mute, and I just wanted to make sure. I was just agreeing with everything that you were saying, and you're right. You can't take any game for granted. You never know which Arsenal team are going to show up. You never know what's going to happen on the day. I was thinking, though, that it might be time. I think United have realised at this time that it might have to let Cristiano Ronaldo leave, and I don't know if he might even be there when we play them. So that's something that could be off our chest. But if they've got Casemiro, it's not going to be a slaughter, let me tell you that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Kyle, I want to go back to you, right, about the Tierney, because you're always one that's giving Tierney a bit of stick or whatever, like, you know. So I'm going to ask you, I don't know who put it in the comments just there, and that he says, like, you know, Tierney should be left back. Would you be in that sort of frame of mind, or would you even put Zinchenko in Xhaka's position? I know that's not going to happen because Xhaka will play every game Arsenal have. But what's your thoughts on Tierney?
My thoughts is 100% face Tierney is probably the best left back in the Premier League. He's strong. He's like an old type defender, like back in the olden days. He's great at putting in great challenges. He's strong on the ball. He's skillful too. He's not afraid of it. That boy rolls up his sleeves, gets stuck into it. Kind of like a memory of Nigel Winterburn for me. Both. He's way too injury prone, that boy. So for me, you can't rely on him, and it's a pity because he is a top defender. But Shevchenko is at the club now, and I think Shevchenko has been an absolutely brilliant signing for Arsenal. He's exceptional for the last 3 games. He's after slotting in there. He has the winning mentality like I'm always talking about. Shevchenko stays a step back from me. End the story. Tierney on the bench. He's too injury prone, that boy, and I'm saddened to say that because I have a lot of respect for Tierney, and I don't want to be putting him down. But like I keep saying, no point having a fella playing 4 or 5 games and he's injured for 15. That's not good. There's no consistency. You know what I mean? But Shevchenko has been absolutely brilliant since he came in. It's the right back that I'm worried about. It's like what one of the lads said there a few minutes ago. Ben White, Tommy Asu, not good enough. Simple as. So it's the right back. I thought we straightened up the right back position, but we haven't. I know he's on about this Ben White now, but he's not good enough. Not good enough.
Connor.
Yep.
Max Aarons. Would you take him at right back?
I think he's seriously overrated. The fact he hasn't really left Norwich in how many seasons has it been now? I think the fact that no one's really snapped him up, even when Norwich went down a couple of seasons ago, I don't really think he's it anymore. If I went for a right back in the Prem, it would probably be. I'm trying to think who's really available right now in the Prem. I'd think of Lamptey. Trying to go through the teams and trying to think.
Wan-Bissaka.
I've got a United mate, and we were actually talking about this the other day. About a lot of my mates were saying how they should start playing Wan-Bissaka as a centre back, which I find a bit strange. I think for Wan-Bissaka, I know it's not really Arsenal related, but I think Wan-Bissaka would be good for a move. He needs to get out of Manchester United. I just don't think it's for him. I think he should be either going to a lower positions in the table team, maybe a Brighton, or just a lower table team that he can fit in more. I just think, and the stuff that's going on with United right now, I just don't think he's it. Obviously, Dallow's going in over him at the moment. I think if we're looking at right backs, there's not many to name in the league right now, in my opinion, that we could possibly go for. I think it's more likely we need to look abroad for stuff like for right backs. And it's really difficult when you talk about fullbacks. I can't really think of many, but I don't think Aaron's would be one for me personally. I think he'd. I think maybe for a backup, maybe it's because I haven't seen enough of him. I don't know, but I think it's a bit of a warning sign that I remember we were in for him seasons ago. I think he was one of the top targets for Arsenal, supposedly. And since then, no one's really gone for him, not even any of the top teams. So maybe that's a signal to say maybe he's not that good, So, and obviously they got relegated last season. So, I don't think Max Aarons could be the one. I think definitely, but I really do think Lamptey is a shining light. I think he's obviously, and again, the problem with Lamptey is he has been injured recently quite a bit. So it's difficult to think of fullback options. I'd be interested to hear other people's opinions in the panel right now, what fullbacks we could possibly go for, because I can't really think of any at the top of my head right now.
Jez, I'll go to you. What do you reckon right back? Is there anyone out there that you're looking for, or do you think it's a position we need? What's the most important position that Arsenal need at the minute?
Yeah, we need a right back. We also need another midfielder. But my also big concern is striker. I'm sorry, I'm going to disappoint a lot of people. If Jesus gets injured, we are heavily reliant on Nketiah. And I'm sorry, guys, that we signed him for £100,000 a week. Or we're paying him £100,000 a week, and he can't start ahead of Jesus. That is a concern. Because if Jesus gets cropped, let's get it right. He'll be going to the World Cup. His performances are because he didn't get much game time at Man City. So he's trying to prove to Brazil he wants to get in their squad, and he probably will. And good luck to him. If he comes back cropped, we're reliant on Nketiah. No, he's not good enough. The guy is not good enough. We need somebody else. And my concern is, guys, is that after these first 3 performances, which have been excellent, we can't deny that. And today I thought was an absolutely exceptional performance because the passion, the fight as a team was superb. I can't deny it. But we can't be reliant on these players to play the whole season. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't happen. So we need to develop and strengthen. And my concern is that the likes of Edu, Arteta, Vinay will say, oh, we've got our squad. That's it. Shut the shop. Close the window. We're not buying anybody else. That is what will kill Arsenal. Right now, we're playing very good football. We look a very sharp team, playing with passion, playing with fight. The team are backing each other, which is what we want to see. This is all we ask for. We ask for nothing else but to challenge, fight, and win. But we are still weak in our bench. Pepe is going to be going. He's going to be going to Nice. That's a given. He's gone. Arteta doesn't want him. Shane, I think the guy's quality. Never given the time he should have got. But look at that bench, guys. Look at it. Look at the goalkeeper options we've got. It's shocking. It's terrible. You know, we're leaving ourselves wide open to get a kick in the face. We can't do this. If we're going to challenge, you know, everybody's like gassing it up. I guarantee you, channels tonight will be gassing it up. Oh, Arsenal, top the league, top the league, top the league. Right. Let's see what happens when we play Man City and Liverpool back to back. Right? Then it'll all come back down to earth. And no. We need, again, to move on, do what we've done, get the players in, and we've got, 2 weeks? 10 days? Something like that, whatever it is. We need to move on, guys, because this is not the finished article.
Central, are we in? If we don't sign these players, what Jez is talking about, are we in trouble of fucking the season up?
Yep. Because our squad, it's not just this season. I think since for the last, I say about 15 years, properly, our squad depth is smaller. You know, like look at Liverpool, Man City. They got like a good amount of squad there. You know, we got the right back position. Can't trust Bellerin. I don't understand why he's at the club. You know, I just simply don't get it. Cedric, feel sorry about the guy. You know, I kind of used to rate him. You know, you used to be like, oh, maybe we got a decent right back. My apologies, but he ended up not good enough. Tomiyasu, not a right back. That's shirt sailing. You know, I don't understand why that's shirt sailing because he's from Japan. We've been over this. We tried Inimato, shirt sales. Chu Young, who's signed from Monaco, shirt sales. You know, we used to sign Japanese. Sano, shirt sales. You know, we need a right back. You know, we need like an actual right back can actually tackle. And also, yeah, if we're not getting Tielemans, who will we get? There is no way they're getting Ruben Neves. That's gone. Wolves are not. They're not going to sell more players. They just sold Connor Cody. We got this American goalkeeper like Matt Turner. Like, what's that all about? Matt Turner and Austin Trusty. It's like our Scotland system is shit, man. It's shit. It's been what's like we got rid of Mislintat. I think he's like an okay like I kind of rate that Mislintat. He looks like maybe a decent scout. Might get some decent scout amount of players, but yeah, we're scouting our players again, and these top gooners like hyping these players up like they're the second coming to wherever. It's like yeah, it's like, I don't think we'll get top 4. I think that's not going to happen. It's going to be like that. It's going to be Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham. We'll probably get like in Europa League or lucky Conference League. But yes, our squad depth is like never.
That's shit. Not good enough.
Never address our squad. Exactly. We're not good enough. It's like if we think we're a challenge for the league, you're deluded. It's going to be Liverpool. I think it's going to be.
100%.
I can see Liverpool, Man City again. So I rest my case.
Yeah. Connor, I'm just going to come to you. You have to shoot off. Do you want to give a shout out to your channel? And by the way, Connor was the one who done my my intro and stuff like that. So I just want to give a big shout out to you. Do you want to give a shout out to your social, mate?
Yeah, I don't really post on YouTube anymore. I've given that a bit of a download, but I do have an Instagram. If you guys want any work for your YouTube channels, your Instagrams, anything like that, please hit me up, cmo.editing on Instagram, and that's where you can find me. So, yeah, I've done work for a lot of the guys. I've done work for Jez as well, and hopefully we've sorted that out now. I've sent that to you, Jez, the new intro on your email, so hopefully that's all fixed now. But yeah, thanks for having me on there. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, bud. Really appreciate it. Talk to you soon, buddy.
See you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Take care of yourself, yeah? Bye.
Luca, what's the fucking story with you? What do you think of the game today, mate?
Thank you very much for inviting me on. I think it was a fantastic performance. I just come off and did my stream earlier, and for me, I think it was a great performance. I thought that goal from Saliba was fantastic. I thought it was fantastic. That goal, what he scored, was unbelievable. To me, I was quite surprised that they gave Gabriel Jesus man of the match. I thought, don't get me wrong, I think he was great, but I thought Odegaard deserved man of the match in my opinion, because I think, yeah, it was against Bournemouth. I get that, but for me, with Martin Odegaard, what he done today, I thought it was fantastic. And like some of the goals, what he scored, that link up from Gabriel Jesus was great. I thought it was a good performance. I thought Ramsdale pulled out a few good saves. I thought maybe the last 10 minutes towards the end of the second half, I thought we were a little bit shaky. And Ramsdale, of course, made a few good saves to try and keep his clean sheet, which he did. And it's good that we won 3 games. And for me, a lot of people, I think, are getting a little bit too carried away. And I'm thinking, right, don't get too carried away. Who have we played? We're Arsenal Football Club. We should be expecting to beat these sort of teams. And for me, we beat Leicester last season. We beat Bournemouth the last time when they came to the Premier League. So for me, yes, it is good, but I'm not getting too excited, because what Jez said earlier before I jumped on was, if we lose someone like Gabriel Jesus, who have we got? Ketia didn't do anything when he came on. 1 chance, that's it. We should have buried that. And that goes to show, if we lose someone like Gabriel Jesus, because we haven't played European football yet, but when European football starts on the 6th of September, right, Jesus picks up an injury, then you've got the international break next month as well. So, and the Europa League coming into that. If Jesus picks up an injury before the World Cup, seeing that chance what Eddie should have scored today, ain't got anyone. Who have we got? Martinelli for me. Can he play up front? Of course he can, but is he going to get the goals? Probably not. So, for me, in the transfer market, it has been a good transfer market, but we haven't done enough. And I still think it's not really got me excited. Yes, it's good that we're top of the league, but top people will actually say that. They would say that. So for me, I'm looking at it, right? We'll take it 1 game at a time. We've got Fulham and Villa next. We should be winning those games. And then we've got Manchester United. But we need a midfielder. Why can't we not go and get Tielemans? He was left out on the bench today. Why can't we not go and get Neto from Wolves today? He played very well. Get these signings done, Mikel and Edu, and stop with this PR crap, right? Saying that we've got squad to get top 4. It's pretty much similar to last season, the squad. We just added a few additions.
Yeah. Well, I've got to bail, guys. I've got to do player ratings with Lee. If you're still live, I'll try and come back.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
thanks,
guys.
Jez. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, soon, guys.
Chat to you soon.
Take care,
Lads,
guys.
I'm gonna have to sort of wrap it up myself as well. I have a load of people in the gaff. They're dying to have a few of the old black stuff, like, you know, the Guinness. So I'm gonna just go around every one of you and do a final word. Kyle, I'll go to you. What's your sort of final words on the game, like, you know, on the next game coming up?
Final words is very simple, that boy. At the moment, we've done very well, but there are 3 games that I expect us to win. The next 2 games, I also expect us to win. And we definitely should not be afraid of Manchester United. But let's not get too carried away. There's a lot of football to be done, a lot of work to be done. And I still feel that we're still 2 or 3 signings too short. I want us to compete to win the league title. That has not changed. If you do not compete to win the league title, I don't fucking want to see Arteta there next season. Simple as. He's after spending almost 400 million. Now it's time to show up. Now it's time to compete. No more excuses. I don't want to hear any excuses. I want to compete with Manchester City to win the Premier League. If they don't do that, fuck off. Simple that way. That's the bottom line to it, man. So at the moment, these teams are shining. But let's see if these teams are shining come the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly, Kyle.
Shining, short as like a
Let's see if you're fucking if your teeth are shining come May. Manny, what's your final few words, mate?
You know, I never really got to join in the debate on Eddie Nketiah. I think I have to agree with everyone that Nketiah simply isn't good enough. And I'm sure a lot of you, Dal, and you, Kyle, you see me on Twitter. I have to deal with a lot of morons who try to gas up Nketiah every chance they get. I'm just going to, with your permission, share this little exchange I've been having on Twitter with this guy, yeah? It's only going to take a minute, I promise you. No more. Right. So, can you see this tweet? Now, this tweet is from a guy named Michael, who I follow very well. This idiot, Nketiah, wouldn't even get into the Norwich City team, one of the worst players ever to play for Arsenal. Couldn't even do it at the Championship leagues. Bielsa saw through him, and then so forth. And then the headline says Bielsa accused Nketiah of underestimating Leeds as his loan spell was cut short. He had 17 league appearances and only scored 3 goals. Told the story. Scored a couple more League Cup goals. That was it. So Michael is one of those Arteta out fans who I really enjoy following. And then this bugger here quote tweets him. Look at this score. Eddie Nketiah is England under-21's highest goal scorer, and not by luck. How many England legends have gone through those ranks? In the list of top scorers for the under-21s, only Alan Shearer, Frank Lampard, and James Milner have gone on to earn more than 50 senior caps and play in major tournaments. So what's your point? And then a stupid point saying he has more goals than all of them. And let me just go through some of the replies, if I can. Yeah, so, yes. And if you get to fill your boots against the likes of Kosovo, Turkey, and Andorra, then yes, it is by luck. But hey, the other players also had the opportunity to do so, but they couldn't. Your excuse doesn't cut it. But so many legends also scored goals. They won silverware, they didn't cut it. And then, just going back and forth about him. So my point is, you're going to have some people who will big up this person any which way, and I'll stop sharing now because it's enough. You're going to have some people who are going to big up Nketiah as this, Henry reincarnate, saying that he did so well in pre-season, also scored the same number of goals. He had a hat-trick against Ipswich, for heaven's sake. Whoop-de-doo. What else has he done? And the way Martinelli has been playing, I think to answer your question, Luca, the answer's right there. Gabriel Martinelli. He scored against Palace. He's scored against Leicester. And he didn't score today, but you can depend on him to get the goals. And I've been crying out for him to be given something like the number 14 shirt, to be treated like the main striker at Arsenal. He's the one on whom I can depend for goals. But his problem is he might be best suited playing as one of two or even three up front. So that's where the quandary lies. I really do not like Eddie Nketiah. I really don't think he has the talent. I think his arrogance epitomizes that all this talk about changing the culture is nothing but guff. I mean,
he signed that contract because he him the number 14 shirt. Like, why? Look, I know Jesus is going to be the main man, but I'm thinking, why are you giving him number 14 if he's actually going to be on the bench?
Agreed, mate. Agreed. And, you know, he got rid of Aubameyang for less, and we still don't know what happened when he took that trip home to meet his mother, but I don't want to go down.
Who do you blame? Look, I put a tweet out the other day, and a lot of people disagreed with me, right? Like, I want to say this on a quick thing, right? Who do you blame with the Arteta and Aubameyang situation? Do you blame Arteta, or do you feel like, okay, it's not his fault, he had to deal with it, what Aubameyang did? Or do you feel like you look at other managers, feel like if it was someone like a Conte or
Here's the thing. What angers me so much is that we still don't know what happened when Aubameyang went back to France to be with his mother. If he did something so horribly wrong to warrant him being stripped of the captaincy and forced to train with, you know, the children and then sent away, then at least have the damn courtesy to tell us what it was. You know, with an Irish connection, Dell and Kyle will know all about the Roy Keane situation. Mick McCarthy came out straight with it. I will not tolerate the level of abuse that was thrown at me, so I have sent him home. And he was straight out with it. We still don't know what it was, and Arteta's been pussyfooting around it. We even had to hear from Gabriel saying that maybe he had a fight with some of the staff members. We still don't know what happened. Maybe Aubameyang could perhaps have been to blame for a few minor transgressions, but when it's a case of going home to see your sick mother, sometimes you've got to, you know, think of the situation and see, you know what, it wasn't done out of malice. Take the captaincy away from him, but don't exile him. So I blame Arteta all the way.
I think that if you're going to treat Aubameyang like that, he should have treated Xhaka like that. What's the fucking difference?
Absolutely, and Darren agrees with me. Arteta is to blame. I'm sure we'll talk about it. And we are supposed to talk a bit about the Guendouzi situation, but I think we'll save that for another stream. I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Yep.
So my final point is...
Come here. I just want to get Josh's sort of thoughts on the game, because I have to go now soon myself. Josh, do you want to just give your sort of thoughts on the game, buddy?
Yeah, I will do that. So very quickly, big up to Saliba. Panel, I hope everyone's well. But hey, 3-0 against Bournemouth. Big up to all of you. 3-0 against Bournemouth. 3 wins in a row. Top of the league. For a few hours, obviously, until City play against Newcastle. But to be honest, Arsenal are looking good. Saliba on fire, Odegaard on fire, Jesus on fire, the whole squad ticking. Xhaka, Partey, midfield solid. The whole back line solid. But obviously it's still early in the season, and I'm not going to get carried away. But obviously, Arteta's doing a good job so far. But to be honest, the expectation is still to get top 4, not to win the league, but obviously just to get top 4. Whether that's through the Europa League or top 4 itself. But honestly, I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy.
Josh, can we get top 4? Do you think we can get top 4?
Well, right now the way we're going, Arsenal can win the league. The way we're going, but top 4. I mean, yeah, why not? But at the same time, Arsenal can just throw it away like we usually do. We can just throw it away. We can probably, I don't know, lose 2-0 to Villa or something like that. So we obviously Arsenal just need to keep this momentum, keep it humble, No getting gas. What's it? No getting gas on social media. No taking a piss off Chelsea, whatever. But just keep it humble, keep it low. Just do our thing, keep it ticking. Also, what's it? Stay on the back page. Let Tottenham, Man City, Liverpool keep them on the front page. Also, let's just keep quiet and do our thing, man. But honestly, I'm so happy, man. Honestly. Jesus, what a signing, man. Zinchenko, what a signing. Odegaard, what a signing. Honestly. But honestly, I'm just so happy that we've started the season because if we did lose the Palace, obviously then everyone would be Arteta out, same old. But let's see how we do against Fulham next
Josh,
game.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
He's muted. You're muted.
You're muted, Dal. Dal, you're muted. Put your volume up. Put your volume up. You're muted.
You're muted.
Del boy.
Dal!
The host
You're
is
muted. Put your volume up, Dal.
Dale, you're muted, bro. What's going on?
The host is muted.
Oh,
sorry, I didn't even realise. I was talking shite. I just talked too much shite. But no, I just wanted to just say, look, thanks to everyone coming on. It's going to be a tough season ahead. I'm going to be doing a lot of these fan call-in shows and stuff like that, and you guys are the ones who make this interesting, and not only me talking shite all the time. So please do, after every game, I'll be doing this all the time. So please do hit in. I'll drop the link in the description, and please do like, subscribe. Lucas got his own channel. Check out Lucas' channel as well, and Kyle Walsh Gunner, he's going to start knocking a few more things out as well on his channel as well, so please do like it and subscribe to their channels. Josh, do you have any subs or anything you want to give a shout out to?
I've got a channel myself, and I'm actually going to stream in the next 20 minutes.
Well, do you know what you do, Josh? DM me or something like that, and we'll have a chat and stuff like that, and we'll do a streaming all together. I have to say thanks to everyone for tuning in and everyone in the comments and stuff like that. Thanks a million for everyone. Really do appreciate it. I'll drop a video myself, and I'll talk more shite tomorrow of what I think of the game and everything like that. Everyone, enjoy your Saturday evening. Take care. God bless. And come on, Anthony Joshua.